right, everybody, welcome back as we get ready to start our next race here in the Four Crowns, the Hometown Heroes class, open wheel modified here at Lanes Raceway. All the cars are getting lined up there on the oval track. See Gabriel and Glenn having a little camaraderie, a little elbow shove there going on. The chat is live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch if you want to tune in and say a little something to these guys or have a little bit of a chat. See Guillermo Sire there grabbing him a Coke and a sandwich as we see all the racers there getting lined up. Jay Latham going to be on red lane. Guillermo Sire on white. Bruce on green. Sean on orange. Glenn Burden on blue. Gabriel Kirtley on yellow. Randy Kirtley on purple. Black lane, nobody currently. Racers, you ready? Watch your lights. 3 strikes, you're out. Same as always. 4 red lights dropping out to green. Here we go. Let's see if we have some smooth racing here, folks. No, we can't. As we got everybody but one. That was almost a full-blown J right out of the gate, folks. Everybody getting strikes. Nobody was lifting. Nobody was going to give an inch. The only one to survive, Gabriel Kirtley. Everybody else receiving a strike. Wow, what a start to the race. It don't get much more entertaining than that. Right out of the gate, everybody wrecking. All right, so after a very devastating 3 seconds into this heat, Gabriel Kirtley, your leader right now. Everybody else wrecking. We're going to see if we can give each other a little bit of leeway this time, possibly. As they all kind of let each other go a little bit that time. Now smoother racing here. Gabriel Kirtley, your leader there on yellow lane as he's coming up on the back side of purple. Randy Kirtley, as Randy Kirtley is going to roll around and try to get a lap or two. Gabriel Kirtley getting stuck up there a little bit down on Dead Man's Corner. Randy Kirtley coming around wanting to get that lap back from Gabriel Kirtley. And it looks like he's going to be able to do so on the next lap here as he makes the pass down low. Gabriel Kirtley ain't got nothing for him. Randy Kirtley now in the lead by 2 laps. Or Randy Kirtley now in the lead now after 2 laps. So Randy Kirtley there currently in the lead down on purple. Should be turning the fastest lap times. And so far it is the case. 2.071. I believe he got a new motor transplant here just earlier this week. So we'll see how well that car starts to perform. He was breaking it in, I believe, yesterday. So pretty cool to see. Randy Kirtley there on purple, going to get another lap here, it looks like, on Gabriel as he makes the dive bomb down low in Dead Man's Corner, making the pass on Gabriel on the inside. He's coming up on orange now, Sean, as we get a yellow flag here. Red lane didn't get that, so they're going to move him back a smidge. That car coming off on white lane, going to take a strike. That's going to be Guillermo's second strike. Guillermo can also make a really good circle track car. Randy Kirtley, your leader there on yellow or purple lane, excuse me, as he comes back into a pack of these guys, going to make a pass on all 4 of them, or at least 3. Now, of course, down low, the track's about 5 foot shorter than it is up high, so that's why Randy Kirtley's running off and leaving people. Randy Kirtley coming off as his back end completely swapped sides. They're looking at something. So we got a red flag condition here, folks. I got to fix the track. I'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. A little bit of, like I said, track issue there. We don't use super glue anymore as that's caused so many problems in the past. But we are currently, what's going on here? There we go. Waiting on a racer or two here. Hi, Guillermo, we're racing. So we're waiting on Guillermo right now as he puts one of his cars up. Here we go. Four red lights are dropping out to a green. We're back racing. Hopefully yellow don't short out again. What happened in the high banks there, yellow lane actually came undone, pulled off from the track, laid on the other braid. Like I said, these are surface mounted braids here. So we had to glue that up. You got to wait about 5 minutes or so for the glue to tack up before you can stick it on. So it's a little bit slower than doing super glue, but at the same time, a whole lot less cleanup to be done. That's going to be a heat over. And we're going to take a look here at the track mate. Randy Kirtley out in the lead, 54 laps, 52 for Gabriel, 51 for Glenn, 51 for Sean, 51 for Bruce, 50 for Jay, and 49 for Guillermo. Head back over here to the oval. I'll let you watch these guys work. We'll be right back with you. All right, folks. 12 seconds will be going back green racing. Guillermo Sire getting himself over there as he gets set up and ready to go. Guillermo going to be on red lane. This is round robin 2 of 8. First round robin took a little bit of a while because of yellow lane coming unglued. Randy Kirtley still your leader right now. Randy Kirtley, of course, giving a race up in the previous ones. He got 3 strikes, and you guys know how it is. 3 strikes, you're out. So we get 2 cars coming off, hard hits coming off there in the crook of the track there. A little squirrely coming out of Dead Man's Corner. Randy Kirtley still your leader by 2 laps to Gabriel Kirtley there on orange. Of course, Randy Kirtley going to be able to turn quite a few faster laps here down on black lane. Black and purple, of course, being the faster of the lanes. All right, we see blue taking a strike and white. Blue and white both taking strikes. Here we go, blue and white. 4 red lights dropping out to green. Here we go. Randy Kirtley there down on black. As we see him with 2 guys above him right now. They're on green lane. Jay Latham getting a yellow flag here. Car coming off the lane. Randy Kirtley's going to get his lap there, as you can see with the star right above the lap. That means he got the lap, so he's going to push his car through. White lane here shows Sean. Looks like he's going to receive a strike there. He'll be his second. 4 red lights drop out to green. Hopefully Sean keep that baby under control for the remainder of the heat. As green was not lifting, Jay Latham was driving her hard down in there. Neither one of them racing. Granddad's Garage. Where is this place? Coming from YouTube. It is in Livermore, Kentucky. Hinton Street, 606 Hinton Street. It's about 17 miles south of Owensboro, Kentucky. We're going to see a strike there on purple lane. 4 red lights dropping out to green. Here we go. And another yellow flag. So we see a car hitting to the high outside there. My wife there is going to track marshal and pull these cars to the front. Looks like white made it through, though. So I want to see green taking a strike here, it looks like. And red. Green and red, both. Their first strikes. 4 red lights drop out to green. Here we go. Randy Kirtley down on black as he's got a car to this high outside there on green. Ooh. Was that enough to pull green out? Nope, green made it through. 3 wide, orange, green, and white right now. That's Gabriel J. and Sean. So we're going to see a strike there on purple for Glenn. That'll be his second. Randy Kirtley out there by himself right now as he's trying to reel the car next to him in. That's going to be Bruce there on blue. But like I said, Bruce knows how to build a circle track car. It's going to be hard to reel him in. Up on the high side red is Guillermo Sire. And it looks like we got 2 involved in an incident here through the crook of the track. And it looks like Guillermo going to take a strike there. That's going to be on red. That'll be his second strike for sure. And it looks like we got another one. That's probably Bruce there, I believe, on blue. Going to take his second strike. Two Acres and a Mule, they have a website. Yes, we do. Our website is www.lanesraceway.com. You can also check us out, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Facebook, we're updating daily We take pictures of the guys, put them up when they finish top three, and they get payout races and stuff like that too. Currently here in the Four Crowns, they are racing for $4,000. They got 6 more races to go. Right now, Randy Kirtley there on Black Lane. He's still hanging in there, holding it down as he's got a car on his high outside there. That's Bruce Bullington, both of them neck and neck, side by side. We'll also see a car coming up in his front windshield as he makes the pass on Glenn when the track gets shut off. Glenn, of course, being on purple lane. We'll see a car coming off here. That looks to be Bruce Bullington's car. So Bruce there on blue. That'll be his third one. That's 3 for blue. And just like I said, guys, 3 strikes, you're out. 6 seconds only left remaining in the heat. So Bruce is not going to get hurt too bad there. And that's a red flag rotation right there. So we're going to go ahead and clear the strikes for the next heat. Take a look here at the track mate. Randy Kirtley in the lead, averaging 56.5 laps at 113 total laps. 106 laps for Gabriel Kirtley, averaging 53. 105 for Glenn Burden, averaging 52.5. Jay Latham, 104, averaging 52. Sean with 102, averaging 51. 101 for Bruce Bullington, averaging 50.5. And Guillermo Sire, 99 laps, averaging 49.5. Take a look here at the blue track. It's where we're going to have our next 2 races to finish up our final 2 races for the evening. After this race, we're going to have the Fairview IT Management Cup Series coming up first, and then after that we'll have the 72 pitch LMP class. But right now is a perfect time to thank our sponsors for the Four Crowns. Fairview IT Management out of Bowling Green and Owensboro, Kentucky. Give them a call for all of your IT needs, whether it be emails taken care of or just somebody to come in and fix your phone. Livermore, Kentucky's Subway, our second sponsor. We actually have a little deal with them, 10% off of any sub or anything in the Subway. If you take the receipt from Lane's Raceway over there, you can get 10% off. Take their receipt, come over here, get 10% off of any item up to $100. These guys are both offering $1,000 a piece up to the Four Crowns, and that will get paid out in 5 more races. So we'll have a banquet and stuff, and the guys will get their cash payouts, and of course we'll crown the new King of Lanes Raceway for year 2025. And we'll also have 4 lords to be crowned, and those will be our silver crowns. You can kind of see them here if I swap over to the oval. They're right there behind Bruce there in the yellow hat. You can see the crown sitting there on the glass. And we'll get their pictures made, and then we'll put them up here in Lanes Raceway. We do that every year. That's our annual race, and it's our big cash payout. It's the only cash payout race that we have for the circle track racers. And throughout the year, we still do each season, but it's paid out in $1,000 track books. We also have a very good drag racing scene here at Lanes Raceway since we bought the drag strip from Giannis Nobkins out of Chicago. We actually went to Chicago up there with Roger Schmidt. He had it for sale, and we ended up getting it from him. Put it together here, laser leveled it, got everything set up, and it's been a great, great drag strip. Everybody loves it. It's got that bigger braid too, so it connects and you can do a little bit more amperage and stuff. But we've been having a really good drag race following, and we're trying to set up a series for these guys, a point series. So we're going to get that going on and start live streaming some drag racing here because a lot of you guys like going a straight line, and we appreciate that. And they've been having a good time. We've been using Chase Mead's Pro Pairings alongside TrackMate software, and it's all been working great. So they've been racing. You can see the drag strip there in the bottom right hand portion of your screen. I think Friday night we had 80 people right at it, 79 or 80 people. So that was, or racers, sorry, race cars. People-wise, I think it was like 20 something. They entered 6 cars apiece. Do the math, you know. I'm not good at math. 4 red lights drop out to green. We're going back circle racing here in the Hometown Heroes Series here at Lanes Raceway. One of 4 of our 4 crowns. And we'll see at the end who's going to be the Lord of the Hometown Heroes class. A very popular class here at Lanes Raceway. You can see the guys really know how to control these cars very smoothly. Randy Kirtley in the lead there on yellow lane as he's trying to fend off that black lane of Glenn Burden. Glenn Burden's trying to make some pushes here. We also see a blue car coming up behind him pretty good there. That's Jay Latham. Jay Latham won the past 2 of these Hometown Heroes classes. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with as we see Glenn Burden's car pop out of black there. He's going to receive a strike and have his car reset back at the start-finish line. See my wife there getting him slotted back in on black lane. Glenn Burden, 121 laps, tied with Gabriel Kirtley and Jay. All 3 of these guys on 121 laps battling for that second position. Gabriel Kirtley going to struggle a little bit as he's high up on the hog here, but maybe later on, once he comes to finish his last few heats, he'll be down low, and it could change everything. As Purple goes to try to make a pass there on the top side of black, it could spell disaster, but Glenn allows it to go by. Bruce Bullington with a nice circle track car here, having a couple incidents early on, but I will tell you this, Bruce Bullington knows how to make a circle car. We call him the Streak for a reason. On the circle track, he was doing nothing but winning like 5 and 6 in a row back when he was doing just GRC. 3 cars coming off in the incident right before the crook of the track here. Just a victim of timing there for these guys. Let's see my wife bringing those cars around here. Get them set back on, and we'll see who's getting strikes. Glenn and Gabriel, and also Guillermo. So black, white, and green. So that's black second. That's Glenn second. 4 red lights dropping out to green. Glenn's got to survive for another 54 seconds. So we see a car to the high outside causing 2 to get involved in the incident. Looks like Guillermo Sire involved in one of them. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's still in there. We'll find out here shortly. He hit pretty solid. Blue and red taking strikes here. I don't know if green's in. We can see him right there before the crook of the track. He was lucky enough that he stayed in, so Guillermo not going to receive a strike there. Randy Kirtley still in the lead right at 10 laps as he's spinning off everybody down low below him. He's coming up on the back side of Bruce Bullington there on purple lane, but Bruce has just got too much car for him to catch. As Bruce has got a nice smooth car, Randy Kirtley's car flips off and he takes out Guillermo with him. Or no, that ain't Guillermo. That looks like Gabriel Kirtley possibly. So Randy and Gabriel are going to take strikes here. Now that's Gabriel's second, Randy's first. 4 red lights are dropping out to a green. Of course, you guys know Randy Kirtley usually up towards the top portions of the tracks. He's already wrecked out once, cost him a race there on the orange track in the Group 20 Subway Wing Car Series. But he does have all 6 of his races. Now, this is the 7th race here, so he's been here the whole time. So we'll see if he can hang on to it and bring home and be King of Lanes Raceway. But right now, I believe Gabriel Kirtley is leading in the points. Now, that's just from my math in all of them but one. All right, so we're going to see some strikes here. I want to clear those out for the next heat. Come over here to the track mate. We're already 3 heats down at 56.7 on average, 170 laps. Randy Kirtley's leading by 9 laps to Jay Latham's 161 average and 53.7. Glenn Burden with 160 average of 53.3 is going to round up your top 3. Bruce Bullington 159 laps. Gabriel 157. Sean 154. And Guillermo 153. If you're excited about slot car racing and you like what you've seen so far, hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and also share to people that you think would like it too. If you're interested in just coming and having a good time like this family is, you can see they're running the rental cars we have here. You can come on in, even if you don't have slot cars, and rent you some rental cars for the day. $10 an adult, and then you can have up to 2 kids. It'd be $5 and $5, and then the third kid, of course, will have to go back to paying $10. But you up to 2 kids, you can get a little bit of a discount there, and that's for all day, and that's for all lanes, all tracks. I know a lot of the slot car places only do it by lane. You pay per lane, but here at Lanes Raceway, you can get on any of the tracks that are not being used for the race. So Fairview IT Management is our sponsor out of Owensboro and Bowling Green area, and then Livermore, Kentucky Subway. Special thanks to those guys for sponsoring Four Crowns. Going to leave it here on the oval, and we'll be right back with you. All right, folks, 4 red lights are dropping out to green. Randy Kirtley still hanging on to that lead. They're now going to orange lane as it drops to 8 laps is the difference. Randy Kirtley is going to the higher sides of the track. See down low there on black lane, Bruce Bullington making the pass on Randy. So we're going to see some of those lower cars. Blue coming up hard. Guillermo Sire making the pass on Randy. So we're going to start seeing some transitions between these guys as we see Guillermo Sire's car come off in the crook of the track. The noise you're hearing in the background are pinball machines here at Lanes Raceway. If you're interested in playing some pretty competitive pinball here at Lanes Raceway, come on down. We have tournaments set up, and we also have just casual play that you can scan in through the Stern Insider program on your tablet or phone, and you can maybe get a high score here at Lanes Raceway. Wouldn't that be cool? 4 red lights are dropping out to green. Here we go. First strike given. Guillermo Sire there on blue. Minute and 30 seconds left to go. Randy Kirtley at 182 laps. We see 2 cars there in the crook of the track getting involved in an incident. Bruce Bullington rolling around there. Looks like only 1 car coming out, though. See who that is real quick. Looks to be red lane. Red lane of Gabriel Kirtley taking his first strike. 4 red lights dropping out to green yet again. A lot of smooth racing here. 38 minutes in so far, and the majority of that time was spent on the live stream. Me fixing the yellow is yellow made it through unscathed after that big high banks incident there. So we've seen 2 cars go flying up. Glenn Burden making it through like it was Days of Thunder. Orange lane and blue lane taking strikes here. That's Randy and Guillermo. That's Guillermo's second. Randy's first. So Guillermo's really got to dial it back as we still have a whole lot of racing left in this heat. And the blue car, Guillermo, definitely fast, but the issue he's having here is you see him making a pass there on green lane is keeping that car in the track. Yellow lane down low, Glenn Burden, as we see a car coming off. And that looks to be Bruce Bullington's car. Off of black, he's going to take a strike. That'll be his first. Four red lights are dropping out to green. Randy still holding them off. Now 5 laps is the difference as we see 2 cars involved into an incident there in the dead man's corner exit. That was Gabriel and I believe Sean involved in that incident. That's Gabriel's second, Sean's first. Four red lights dropping out to green. Here we go. Randy Kirtley, like I said, difference of about 4 to 5 laps right now. Jay Latham really cranking those laps on purple and staying out of trouble. He's able to catch Randy pretty quick. Oh, Bruce Bullington coming off, collecting 2 cars here. One of them is, I believe, Gabriel knocking a piece of their car off, it looks like. And I think the other one is Sean, possibly. So black, yellow, and green. So a lot of 2 strikers going on right now. But it wasn't Gabriel that came off. It was actually Glenn. So guarantee you Gabriel was happy about that. 41 seconds left to go in this race. Right now, Randy Kirtley's hanging on there about 3 laps. But Jay Latham's not making it easy as he's pushing out those laps there on purple lane. He makes a dive bomb down low on purple, getting another one of those laps up on Randy. And 208 to a 211, we see 2 more cars coming off. And this may spell disaster for 2 individuals. So Guillermo Sire and Glenn Burden. Glenn's second, Guillermo Sire's third. He's going to be setting out the remainder of the heat. Randy Kirtley now down to 2 laps as Jay Latham has ran flawlessly here on purple lane. As he makes a nice smooth pass there on yellow. Congrats to Jay making a good pass there on Glenn. Very smooth passing Glenn. So we get a red flag rotation. Could take the strikes here. I'd like to see how many laps Jay turned there on purple lane. So we'll look here at Jay. He was able to turn 60 laps there on purple. That's scorching, folks. That's probably the most I've seen turned this season. 222 for Randy Kirtley out in the lead right now. Just 1 lap separates him from Jay at 55.5, 222 laps, Randy Kirtley. 221 for Jay Latham, 55.2 on average. Bruce Bullington, 216 with 54 on average. Glenn there with 214 in 4th. 5th place, Gabriel with 206, tied with Sean. And Guillermo in 7th place with 197 total laps. Taking a look over here at the Big World Blue track. We can see a couple of family members there running the rental cars. That's how fast our rental cars go. That's wide open, folks. So if you can handle that, come on in and have fun with us. We can get you set up with some rental controllers and cars. You don't have to purchase them. We rent the cars and controller. The controller is $3, and the car is I can't remember, $7 I think, for a total of $10. But if you come in as an adult and you're bringing kids, it's 10, 5, and 5. So a little bit of a deal there. We also do birthday packages here at Lanes Raceway. And they range from anywhere from $200 or $300 all the way up to like $500 full package, and that's free pinball and all kinds of other amenities too. So, and it's all private events. You have to schedule ahead of time, but we'll get you posted up. Definitely give us a call. Check out our website for a little more details on that. Fairview IT Management, one of our sponsors for the Four Crowns here at Lanes Raceway. We thank those guys for throwing up another $1,000 this year for the Four Crowns. And Livermore Subway, 270-278-5999, for their sponsorship of $1,000 this Four Crowns too, to help the racers battle it out and be even more competitive. See Guillermo Sire trying to get a few laps in before he gets up there running the 72 pitch and the Fairview IT Cup coming up next. Going to head back over to the oval. We'll be right back with you in about a minute and 20 seconds. All right, folks, here we go. Four red lights are dropping out to green. We're rolling right along in this race. Guys are getting even smoother by the round robin heat. We're in round robin 5 of 8 right now. Randy Kirtley's still hanging on to that lead by one lap, but he's going to give it up to Jay Latham here, being completely on black lane right now. He's going to give it up here very shortly as they're both on the same lap now. Jay Latham running such an impressive purple lane. We might see Jay Latham back in victory lane here again if he can keep that car under control and out of incident. A lot of these guys running smooth. Everything's been working good. Jay Latham makes a break right there before the exit of Dead Man's Corner, keeping himself out of incident there as we see a car flipped over on its lid. Jay Latham's going to grab that car real quick, get it reseated, and a strike is going to get given. All right, Guillermo also forgetting to put a sticker on. He's going to be at purple lane, going to take a strike. That'll be his first. Four red lights dropping out to green. Feeling better this week than I did last week. Last week was rough. I didn't even announce last week. Every time I talked, I got feeling bad. But this week, feeling good. Blessed to say, thankful. We see Jay Latham. He's definitely blessed here on the oval track this week as he's really ripping it home for sure. Jay Latham already turning 22, 23 laps right now. Best lap of 1.944. Guillermo Sire just a hair bit quicker there on purple lane. But Jay Latham not getting in any incidents, unlike Guillermo Sire. He's been in quite a few this race. And we see an inside line there on yellow, making a rough exchange there with blue lane with Sean. But they both made it out okay. These cars are pretty solid when it comes to coming around the corners. They're kind of gripped up really good, as you can tell. Jay Latham, like I said, he's really hammering it home there on black lane. as he makes a pass there on the green lane and the blue lane of Gabriel and Sean. And he's done turned 44 total laps this heat, 29 seconds left to go. And we see our second incident of this heat. That's how well these races are going here. It does make for some very tight racing. You see Sean and Gabriel there battling it out. And you can also see Bruce and Glenn. So I see a strike there on yellow. That's our second incident. 4 red lights are dropping out to green. And Jay and Randy battling it out here. Now Randy's going to start coming down. Jay's going to start going up. They're going to kind of somewhat meet in the middle and kind of tie each other out, one on high, one on low, and it's going to boil down to that. So green lane didn't get that lap, so it's going to get moved backwards. We'll see Bruce Bullington coming around here to the crook of the track to grab a car. So yellow lane there, Bruce Bullington, he's going to receive another strike. That'll be his second. 4 red lights dropping out to green. Here we go. Jay Latham turning 52 impressive laps, 1.944, the best lap time right now currently. And he has just been running an exceptionally good race. This will be very close to tying that 60 lap there on purple. He's running really hard up against Guillermo Sire. And he was able to turn 61 laps, folks. We're going to go ahead and clear out the strikes and take a look here at the track mate. Jay Latham running impressively down low there. Nobody can really touch him here. 60 and 61. He's got that car handling magnificently. 282 total laps, averaging 56.4 there in first position. Randy Kirtley in second with 275, averaging 55 laps. Bruce Bullington there in third position, 271, averaging 54.2. Glenn in fourth, 266. Sean fifth, 262. Gabriel sixth with 259, and Guillermo 254. Gonna leave you guys over here at the Oval. We'll be right back with you here in a couple minutes. right, folks, 10 seconds before we go back racing. I had my eye on a yellow car over there a while ago. Thought it was a Cougar, but it ended up being a Gran Torino GT. And I just had a glance at it whenever I was going over to get me a drink earlier. Well, it's already sold, and that just got in the thing. So our consignment's going very well here at Lanes Raceway. Like I said, you guys got stuff that you want to sell. We will put it on consignment here at Lanes Raceway. It helps us out, and it helps you guys out. You get to write the prices that you want, and it's a good thing. So come on in here, help Lanes Raceway out, help you out, and we'll get your stuff sold. We'll even ship it. So definitely come here and check our consignment out here in Lanes Raceway. Other raceways, just to let you know, it works. It's a good thing. Keep your Facebook updated like we do with all the new stuff, and keep your guys happy. All right, here we go. Back racing. Jay Latham now in the lead, 287, and Randy Kirtley's 279. And he's up there on that no man's land in red lane. We call it the trash lane here on the oval. Guillermo Sire going to go down there and grab that car. I just went and got me a Slim Jim a while ago. I was getting a little bit hungry. Don't know if that was the best idea, but with my indigestion, but nonetheless, not bad. Oh, well, I brought me two more. See how this develops. This could develop into something bad. We started keeping beef jerky here at Lanes Raceway. Jay Latham, he's like, man, if you guys sold beef jerky, I'd buy some. Well, we bought a box for Jay, basically, and the stuff has been just going off big time here at Lanes Raceway. So we ended up selling it all in just a couple of days. I don't even think Jay got but one bag of his beef jerky that we was getting for him. So we're definitely going to start stocking beef jerky here from now on. We don't sell any kind of food or nothing here at Lanes Raceway. Like I said, we have a thing going on with Subway next door. They sell actual meals, and you're allowed to eat them here. We got little tables here that you can sit and eat your Subway. But for snacks and stuff, we do sell snacks. They're all packaged, processed type stuff, you know. But we do have a wide selection of specialty drinks here. Like we got butter beer and vanilla root beer and just you name it, just strange drinks that you don't normally see. And we sell them here. And of course, every week we go on a big wild goose chase trying to find these specialty drinks for everybody. And they appreciate it. They like the new flavors that come in. We got a strong crowd that loves the Joneses, so we get a lot of the Joneses when we go out. We like to keep it fun here at Lanes Raceway. I'd love to have like a little ice cream maker, make ice cream, different kinds of flavors and stuff like that. We got a cotton. All right, Mike dying again. Black, purple, and yellow going to receive strikes. That's black second, yellow, and purple's first. But yeah, we got a cotton candy machine. Haven't had it out since we've been to the new place, but we need to make some cotton candy here for the guys again. And we got a snow cone maker. We'll make some snow cones and stuff, or shaved ice as we call it. Uh, and they mix the flavors up and stuff. Got different racing. Wow, a little cartwheel going down through there. That was a pretty cool little wreck, really. 23 seconds left to go. We're two-thirds of the way through the race here. These guys are running pretty smooth here. We're right at an hour when it comes to how long it took to run the race. Like I said, at least 20 minutes of that was eat up because of yellow lane having issues. Blue and white going to take strikes. That's blue second, white's first. But if you like what you see and you like RC and you like slot car racing, whether it be in a straight line or in a circle, give us a like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all of you guys for that. I know it kind of gets annoying after a while hearing that, but sometimes you just forget to hit that button, and it only takes a few seconds to hit it, and then you get to enjoy this every time we go live and even get involved in some chat here with us and talk to us. And we're always open to suggestion on how to make things a little bit better. We're going to clear things out here. Take a look here at the track mate. Jay Latham hanging on to that lead. 340, really making some good numbers here. 58 there on yellow, the best. Purple best. Black best. So Jay Latham is definitely strong again this week at 56.7 on average. 54.5 on average. Randy Kirtley there with 327 in second. Bruce Bullington there, 54.3 on average, 326 total laps. Sean in fourth with 320. Glenn in fifth with 315. Guillermo in sixth with 312, tied with Gabriel Kirtley. Blake Smith says, sounding good, Donovan. Thank you, Blake. I tried to get Blake Smith the other night, and I said, hey, why don't you come on in here and announce something for us and hang out? He said, well, I'm going to be pretty free in the winter. I said, well, come on down. Got it set up. Got you a good spot right here, Blake. That right here in the seat. Got a little racing seat for you. It says Sim Motion. You can sit right here. You come on in here and sit down, and you can take this, and then I'll take care of all the strikes, and then you can just have free reign, and you can make fun of the guys and have a good time. My wife's thumb right there. So we got a nice family here coming in and doing a little bit of racing. Guillermo trying to get a few laps in. He's trying to get his practice up here for the upcoming 72 pitch race later on this evening. Now it'll be our final race, and it's usually one of the most eventful type races. You can see his car coming around the camel hump there into the horseshoe on the backstretch. But 1 second, folks. We'll be back in about a minute and 47 seconds. All right, folks, just had to do a few things there. We had a timeout yet again on one of the tracks there. A little bit of PC moving here. Special thanks to Fairview IT Management for setting that up and making it so simple to work on. Definitely check those guys out for any of your computer needs. Even this kind of stuff right here, they can set all that up for you and do a really good job at it, setting up stream keys and all that stuff. So we can see 1 second left to go. 4 red lights dropping out to a green. And we see Sean running to his controller as fast as he possibly can to get involved in this race. We're in round robin 7 of 8 right now, and Jay Latham is running nigh a perfect race here. He is keeping that car under control, and it is very, very fast. So we see him making a pass there on the white lane of Bruce Bullington, his father-in-law currently, and well, I say currently, his father-in-law. Period. I didn't mean to say currently. Slip of the Freudian slip, I guess you would say. Jay Latham 353 total laps. Randy Cutler there in second, 340. Bruce Bullington 338 for your top three. So we see a car flipped up over on its roof. Sean going to grab that car, bring it around. Jay Latham turning a 2.117 on orange. This is very fast up on those higher lanes. As you can see, relative to that black lane here, we're going to take a strike. Let me get that before I start talking anymore. But black lane there at a 1.976, very, very fast for black lane. But you can see relative to orange lane is a 2.228 on green lane. I guess you would say blue lane too, but nobody's on blue currently. So about a tenth of a second faster. That's how fast Jay's car's been. He's about a tenth of a second faster than pace. So see Guillermo Sire's car come off a little slow on the trigger there when it comes to hitting the red button. Could have caused an incident, but nonetheless, the button got pressed. He lost a little more time than he would have normally wanted to. Sean's going to take both cars. Looks like another car was involved in the incident coming out of the crook of the track there. Minute and 11 seconds left to go. Jay Latham's your leader, turning 23 total laps so far. Second to most, Gabriel Kirtley there on purple. Guillermo Sire on yellow. Yellow and purple both going to receive strikes here. Yellow second, purple's first. So we focus in here on the leader on orange. We can see him coming across the start-finish line there. Down low below him on purple is Gabriel Kirtley. It's going to be hard for him to catch him, but we're going to see Jay Latham make that pass on Bruce again on white. And he does so nice and cleanly. Bruce also having a very fast oval track car here. Down low on black, we see side by side Jay Latham running side by side. Just makes a pass on green of Randy Kirtley, his closest competition here. And I'll tell you what, he's passing Randy like he's sitting still there on orange lane. Jay Latham's got a smooth ride this week. Down low below him on yellow, though, is Guillermo Sire. He's having some issues keeping his car on this week. A very fast car, as we can tell, at a 2.032, a little bit faster than what Jay Latham's running. But nonetheless, he's just having trouble keeping that car in the lane. See a car come off into the crook of the track in a normal position of where these cars go whenever the cars are side-to-side swappy coming out of Dead Man's Corner. They end up right there past the crook of the track a lot of times, and that's going to be a strike for purple. Right now, Gabriel Kirtley on purple's got 2 strikes. Guillermo on yellow has 2 strikes, and 1 strike for Sean on black. 4 red lights are dropping out to green. Here we go. Back green racing. Just 22 seconds left to go in the heat. Jay Latham currently in the lead with 388 laps. Randy Kirtley in second with 373. 372 for Sean on black lane. As we see 13 seconds left to go, and it looks like Sean coming off there on black lane. And that's going to be Sean's second strike. So we got 2-2-2 right now. If any of these guys wreck in the next 20 seconds, they will be coming off for the remainder of the heat. So hopefully they can keep their cool here and keep those cars on. So we got a cluster forming here. This is not good news for keeping cars on. Black and purple with a little bit of a rub there. Sean rubbing into Gabriel Kirtley. Both of them coming out clean, though. And we get a red flag rotation. Very intense final few seconds there in that round robin 7 of 8. Heading over to the track mate, we can see Jay Latham out in the lead, 397 total laps, averaging 56.7. Randy Kirtley there in second position, 381, averaging 54.4. And Bruce Bullington, top 3, tied with Sean with 378, 54 on average. Guillermo and Gabriel tied at 368, 52.6 on average for 5th position. And Glenn Burton there in 7th position with 364, only 4 laps down from those guys at 52. Heading over here to the oval, you can see these guys are still working on their cars. They're going to bring them back to their pits, probably do a little bit of oil work and stuff like that. Coming up next on the blue track, the Big Daddy Blue, we're going to have Fairview IT Management Cup Series here on this blue track. A lot of the guys have been working all week long on getting them some new NASCAR bodies and working on their gear ratios, trying to wind them out a little bit more versus the usual top speed setup there. Sean making a little swipe there at Guillermo's car. Threw him off a little bit there as he wrecked in the second corner there. All fun and games. But the Fairview IT Cup's coming up next on this track, and it's bound to be a full-blown debacle for sure. Hopefully these guys are used to their gear ratio setups, but we know that they're not. So we'll have to wait and see how things work with a little bit higher RPMs through the corners and stuff. What you tend to see is a lot more aggression through the corners. With that higher torque going through the corners, the back ends can swap around a whole lot more, causing a whole lot more incidents. I just hope there ain't any fist fights in the pits, because whenever the cars have the top end, they're a little bit more calm on acceleration. But as you can see here, even by Guillermo's standards here, that car is accelerating extremely quick through the corners and losing a little bit coming here through the backstretch. Now this is his 72 pitch, which all 72 pitches kind of whine a little bit. But they're now gearing the 64 pitch Fairview IT Cup cars the same way, and that is just an evolution of racing. You know how guys go. One year they're running one chassis, the next year they're running another chassis, but everybody likes to follow suit. I guess in open wheel modified, what we're currently running right now, everybody is running elite chassis currently, as they're all super fast out there right now. And it's cool to see Glenn Burden there. He's getting his car put back on. And he just got him a new body right before we started this series. Minute and 8 seconds. We'll be right back with you, and we'll be going green racing for the last round robin heat of the Hometown Hero Series. All right, folks, round robin 8 of 8, and the wife has done told me I can't have another Mountain Dew, so it's water and Slim Jims for the rest of the race. Minute and 57 seconds left to go in this heat. We're just getting started. Jay Latham out in the lead. Can he hold Randy off? Probably can, as long as he don't get caught up in enough wrecks there in the trash portion of the lanes. He's on white, which is the second worst lane to be on. It's very high, takes a long time to get around, but a lot of trash goes that way. Now, the benefit of this is it's the end of the race. People have got the rhythm down pretty good, and you don't usually have too many issues when it comes to cars hitting up in the trash lane. But as we see there, Jay Latham's car just a little accelerating a little too much coming out on the exit of Dead Man's Corner, going to cause him to take a strike here and lose a couple laps. He definitely doesn't want to do that two more times. He just want to kind of keep his cool here to bring this thing home. 395 is Randy Kirtley to his 210. So there's really no way that Randy can catch him as long as he's keeping a moderately decent lap time. And which he's doing so right now to 2.254. Pretty much all race long, Jay Latham has been putting up miraculous numbers, to say the least. So his numbers that he's been putting up are at least 1 to 2 laps better than what everybody else is running currently. So his car is right now in its prime. Now you guys know how it is. Next week that motor could just be shot, and the brushes be bad in it, and it not be able to make the pull that it is right now. Jay Latham playing the safe game there, staying behind Glenn Burden on green, and this is a wise decision here. You do not want to pass on the high outside unless you can do so on the straight stretch. But Jay's not going to have to worry about it. 45 seconds left to go. As long as he stays clean, and Jay does so, what eyes Jay has to keep himself from hitting Bruce Bullington's car. Very, very close to hitting Bruce Bullington's car, but he was able to let off in time. I didn't even see that. And all I'm doing is watching the race. Looks like my wife's over here at the RC track collecting water from the roof. More leaks to be had, I guess. Anyways, at least they're not leaking on the track, so that's good. 4 red lights dropping out to green. About 30 seconds left to go in this heat. Jay is up on Randy by about 13 laps currently. So as long as he just keeps her smooth and don't get those extra 2 wrecks, he'll be good. So we see a car sling to the outside. That's going to be Bruce Bullington with another strike. Bruce Bullington currently in 4th position with 418 laps. So Bruce is definitely want to calm her down a little bit. As he got about 4 laps up on Gabriel Kirtley, but Gabriel Kirtley is turning some impressive numbers down on black and still has a chance to gain those 4 laps needed to catch Bruce. 22 seconds left to go. It's coming into a nail biter for second position as Randy and Sean are neck and neck, 429, 429. Randy Kirtley's going to have to stay out in front of him as we focus on Randy Kirtley there on blue lane. He cannot let the yellow lane pass him. If he does, he is going to lose. He's got about a lap up on him as we see two cars getting hit in an incident right at the end, and that's going to be a checkered flag, folks. We're going to go ahead and clear these strikes out here and see who is our winner. Jay Latham's going to bring it home. 449 laps, just one shy of 450, 56.1 on average. Randy Kirtley there in second with 437 at 54.6 on average. Sean just right there behind him, and it would have been close. If there was another 20 seconds, Randy would have probably given it up to Sean at 436 laps, averaging 54.5. That is your podium there. Jay, Randy, and Sean. Bruce there in fourth position with 428. Very close battle with Gabriel at 426. Guillermo Sire at 423. Just couldn't buy a bucket tonight, having a lot of incident troubles and stuff. Glenn Burden there at 416. Also having some incident troubles there and a little bit slower of a car than we normally see out of Glenn. Coming up next, we're going to be on this blue track for the Fairview IT Management Cup Series. That's our technically NASCAR, but not NASCAR. It's called Fairview IT Cup, folks. They do run NASCAR-S Mustangs, Camaro type bodies. So it'll be interesting to see these guys race coming up next, as this is our first of the makeup races. Got 6 total makeup races, and this is our first out of 6. And we'll have 5 more weeks after this, and the 4 crowns will be done, and we'll be crowning a new king of Lanes Raceway for a year. Special thanks to our sponsors, Fairview IT Management and Livermore Subway. But nonetheless, guys, thank you for tuning in to the Hometown Heroes series this week. Come back and see us next week for some more Hometown Hero action out there on the oval, and root for your favorite racer. Seems like Jay Latham's becoming my favorite, as he's bringing home another win this week in the open wheel class. Coming up next, Fairview IT on the blue, then followed by the 72 pitch on the blue. It's going to be brutal battles. These are the ones where the guys really take the most pride in as they're getting ready for that Flexi Challenge series here later on in April. But thank you guys. If this is the only race you can tune into, God bless you. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.